They defy belief, yet thousands swear to their existence.
It looked kind of like an ape. It was about, I'd say, a good 10 feet tall.
They are echoes of the past, yet their tracks have been detected by modern science.
People realize that with the amount of evidence there is, that there's a chance that this mystery may be solved in time.
They are legend brought to life. They are Sasquatch.
Beyond what is known lies an unexplored world of shadows and phantoms. A land that knows no limits of time or space. From the dawn of discovery to the nightfall of catastrophe. Journey to a universe of the unexplained, the unforeseen, the unbelievable. A place where myth and legend are law, superstition a science. A place beyond reality, where no question will go unanswered. Travel to a world of secrets and mysteries.
It's time for our journey to begin. You walk through our forests, yet you remain a mystery. What are you? Why do you hide? In the land we call wilderness, there lives a creature that has become one with legend. At the moment, it's about to have an unpleasant encounter with the self-styled masters of the wilderness, man. You have just seen a typical sighting of a magnificent animal with a ridiculous name. Bigfoot. I think it deserves a name more in keeping with its character. Sasquatch. Since the early 1800s, the creature has been reported all across North America. But it has also been seen all across the world. Similar animals have been seen in the Himalayas, where they're called Yeti, or the abominable snowman. There's a theory that they came to North America by the same land bridge traversed by the Indians. This land is called the Pacific Northwest. A man or an entire town could easily be absorbed into this expansive wilderness. This single forest covers a huge area, and even today, maps are incomplete. Here, time not only stands still, it doesn't exist. And here is where Sasquatch makes its home.
Well, I'd loaded 2 loads of logs out that morning, and I looked out towards the timber, and I saw this movement.
And I stood and watched, and from around behind a big tree, there was a black deal looking at me, and it had a peaked, pointed head.
As I recall, I brightened my headlights to get a better view of it, and I started slowing down. I started to hit the brakes. And then all of a sudden it started to move, and I thought, my Lord, the tree's going to come across the road.
And as this moved away, there was vine maples there that were pretty high, and I could see these broad shoulders and just kind of a nub, a suggestion of a head.
He was standing upright, and his arms like was hanging down the side of him, and he looked between a man and a beast.
I swung my arm in a big arc, and I said, I yelled out, "Hi, Sasquatch, come on down."
It looked kind of like an ape. I mean, an ape in sort of humanoid in structure. It was about, I'd say, a good 10 feet tall. That's the reason why I thought it was a tree.
Bigfoot is Gigantopithecus, and it's still here.
Sightings like those are almost too numerous to catalogue, but they all agree on certain physical characteristics. Standing between 5 and 8 feet tall, Sasquatch weighs between 500 and 800 pounds. Covered in brown, red or black fur, it is apparently a vegetarian, although occasionally the creature varies its diet by eating small woodland animals. By all reports, it is shy, gentle, and avoids contact with humans at all costs. And it has other unusual characteristics.
Several people who have been close to a Bigfoot have reported this tremendous odor. I might mention something else, and that is sounds. The only sounds that we've been able to pick up out of all these reports that seem to be real are very powerful whistling noises. And I talked with an anthropologist once, and it was determined that one of the most penetrating sounds in dense forest is a whistle. It's a sound which will carry furthest. And so, although this is a very large creature, and it might seem a little ridiculous to think of it whistling, it could be a form of communication.
This is the mark of Sasquatch, taken from a set of tracks that covered a 5-mile stretch of dense forest. The depth of each print indicates that whatever made it weighed 800 pounds. 800 pounds. And there's other, more dramatic evidence. On a hot afternoon in October, Roger Patterson and a friend were riding through some woods in northern California. Suddenly their horses shied. They looked ahead and saw something squatting by the creek. As the creature ambled away, Patterson took this film that has been analyzed, debated, and contested ever since. What did Roger Patterson see that afternoon? If this film is not a hoax, then it's a very important scientific discovery, and we need to examine it in more detail. What was it that Roger Patterson photographed that October afternoon? Is this Sasquatch, or a cleverly executed hoax? Let us look closer. The key to this film's credibility is the way the animal walks. A man could not duplicate this peculiar gait. The human body isn't built that way. And that leaves just one explanation. This is Sasquatch.
If somebody was inside of an ape suit, trying to imitate that, the shoulders are hopelessly too wide. There's no way you can put a man inside of a monkey suit and get the Patterson film unless you broke his arms in the middle of the upper arm and put a new hinge there.
Grover Krantz is a contradiction in terms. He's a man of science, yet he believes in Sasquatch, and that's not a popular viewpoint.
I don't really blame the scientific community, since they have so many silly things to dispose of, for being dubious of the Sasquatch. I think, however, rather than denying the Sasquatch, they ought to simply say they don't know.
There is obviously a scientific debate. and also a human dimension to this search, a personal element that has become a way of life to a man called Peter Byrne.
My interest in Bigfoot grew out of original interest and work on the Yeti, or abominable snowman of the Himalaya. I think the main reason why people are interested in the Bigfoot mystery is because it's one of the last great mysteries of this diminishing world of ours. We have the Loch Ness monsters, we have flying saucers, if you like, a few things like that, and we have Bigfoot. And I think also people realize that with the amount of evidence there is, that there's a chance that this mystery may be solved in time. But when you think of it, when you think of the possibility of a prehistoric man living in the forest of the Pacific Northwest, there's a tremendous amount of attraction in that. It arouses enormous curiosity in people. They want to know who or what the thing is, and I think that's where the interest lies.
Byrne has never seen Sasquatch, but he's gathered evidence, and he believes it exists.
I think they do. I think that the evidence does support the existence of a few. I've had a certain advantage. I've had the time to be able to do 10 years of research, which is more than a lot of people. And I've seen a lot of evidence. I've seen historical evidence, I've seen footprints, and then I've been able to look into the eyes of sane, sensible, rational people who say they've seen one. And so as far as I'm concerned, I think that a few of them do exist in the forests of the Pacific Northwest.
So what is Sasquatch? One of the difficulties in coming to a conclusion is that there are so many similar stories of strange animals in the woods. One of the most unusual of these tales comes from New Jersey. This is the Pine Barrens, an aptly named wilderness spanning hundreds of miles across southern New Jersey in the United States. For 200 years, reports of a strange animal have been circulating, and nobody has been able to identify what it could be.
The Jersey Devil has been around since 1735, and it's a legend which is as strong today as it ever has been. And of course, being a devil or a demon tends to take on many different sizes, shapes, and descriptions, and altogether it's probably done more than Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster all put together.
In 1909, many eyewitnesses saw a creature that was huge, mysterious, elusive. Sasquatch.
During this period in January, thousands of people saw the Jersey Devil or his footprints. Posses formed to chase him. Rewards were offered. Many people locked themselves up in fear and stayed in their home.
These sightings have persisted for centuries, and though no physical evidence exists, the legend refuses to die.
A lot of credible witnesses have seen it. They've seen this strange thing. Sometimes the people will even say, I don't know exactly what it was, but it's something that's definitely out of the ordinary.
Sightings and second-hand reports of Sasquatch can only take us so far. We must look at the world through his eyes. Let your imagination roam through this wilderness. You have known the forest as your only home. Its rhythms are your rhythms, your life. You are alone, knowing few of your kind. For you are Sasquatch. You are legend. You and your kind have lived here forever. But there are strangers in your forest, and they bring danger. You've tried to hide, but you can only hide so long. Time is running out. The forest grows smaller every day. And you're weary. state of undeclared war exists in some parts of the Pacific Northwest. Organized posses patrol the backwoods looking for a Bigfoot to blast down. This vigilante mentality has led to a law on the books in Skamania County in the state of Washington. Anyone convicted of killing a Sasquatch will be fined $10,000 and put in jail.
The only way that we can establish the existence of the Sasquatch positively is to produce a body, all or a significant part of one. This isn't just my idea. I've been told this by all of the skeptics, including the top authorities at the Smithsonian.
And until physical evidence is produced, the scientists are not about to say that it's real. They're not about to accept it, try and classify it.
This leaves us then with the only obvious alternative is for somebody to shoot one and bring in the body.
I've talked to people, two men, who say that they've seen one at close range, and they had a rifle, and they put the rifle on it, and one of them did intend to shoot. When he looked through the telescopic sight, he saw what he said was a human face, and it deterred him, and then the thing walked away. I don't think that shooting one would be justified in any way.
Science, at least, has a motive, but no motive can justify this.
If I was able to, I would shoot one, because I think it's very important to establish that these exist.
If it's there, we should know what it is, but if it's there, I think we'll eventually destroy it.
Oh, I think it's absolutely ridiculous because they just well shoot me to prove there's humanoids around here.
Until someone literally brings one in, there is no absolute proof that these animals exist.
Well, I certainly think that it would be worth every once in a while if it could be tranquilized. I see no necessity in killing it.
It's natural to be afraid of things you don't know about, and the more you learn about Bigfoot, the more you realize that he's just kind of curious. He wants something to eat, of course.
It's like the Titanic. They found it, and some say leave it, and some say go get it.
I think there ought to be some way they'd have a right to capture him, if they have to shoot him and cripple him or something to get him, or whatever it takes to capture him, because I'm positive he's out there.
This tragedy has not occurred yet. Sasquatch still lives among us. But for how long? Man has a lamentable record for showing compassion for that which he fears. And he fears Sasquatch.
In our records and in our research, we never saw any sign of aggression of any kind, any sign of danger. And I think that if the number of incidents that we were able to record are all true, here we had a large primate that was in the vicinity of camps that had children and young people, and if these things were vicious, if they were antagonistic, I think by now there'd be some record.
To the best of my knowledge, the Sasquatch is not dangerous to humans. There have been a number of accounts of them taking some threatening activity towards humans, but most of these threatening stories usually have something wrong with them in some other aspect of the story.
No, if they're here, they've always been here, and they've always been here in good numbers. And of course, every year we hear of a certain number of people being killed by bears. We never hear of anyone being killed by Sasquatch.
What will happen now? Life or death? The choice is entirely ours, and the forest stands still, waiting in silence for our decision. There's an ability about this creature that the Indians recognized. They turned Sasquatch into legend, into a god of sorts. We too should celebrate the existence of a living wonder like Sasquatch, not drive it deeper into isolation. living legend.
The producer's purpose is not to validate any side of an issue, but through the use of actualities and dramatic recreation, relate a possible answer, but not the only answer, to this material.